So Spongebob is a show that has changed a lot over the years. The show today is very different from what it was 25 years ago, in many ways. And to me, one of the most noticeable is how the show is not relaxed anymore like it used to be.
Jellyfish fields. Here we find Spongebob once again stalking the wild jellyfish.
SpongeBob Season 1 might just be the chillest cartoon ever. The underwater atmosphere of the first season has been discussed extensively by me, and that is definitely a factor in how relaxed the first season feels, but there is a lot more at play here. Classic SpongeBob had perfect pacing. The way the early episodes used their time could be studied, should be studied. In my opinion, the early episodes never drag on or feel like they are speeding through things too fast.
Afternoon, son.
Hello, brothers.
A big reason that the pacing was so good is because the show was a lot simpler with its plots than it is today. Just comparing like the plot synopsis for Season 1 and Season 16, it's actually crazy how different they sound. Season 1, Bubble Stand, SpongeBob blows bubbles. Ripped pants, SpongeBob accidentally rips his pants. Season 16, Doodlebob bites SpongeBob, transforming him into a weredoodle. SpongeBob dresses up for Gorilla Suit Day and gets mistaken for a real gorilla. Season 1, tired of his annoying neighbors, Squidward turns Patrick and SpongeBob against each other. SpongeBob tries to pass his boating test. Season 16, when Patrick's time closet goes on the fritz, SpongeBob's history is rewritten by time-traveling interlopers. Modern SpongeBob is just doing too much, and it is hurting the show quality for me. Every other episode now is either mega big plot that is sped run through with hyperactive pacing, or it is just endless reused plots of, for example, of X character starts working at the Krusty Krab. Now those plots where old episodes are remade by replacing the original character with a new one, those are terrible, but that's actually for another video. Cause those plots, while terribly unoriginal, are not the biggest offender of making the pacing of the modern episode so bad. It's the sugar rush, constant, like, what is it called? Constant key jangling that is the problem. Too much is going on in modern SpongeBob episodes. The plots have too much stuff in them. We went from SpongeBob opening a bubble stand or going on a pizza delivery to a 40-minute time travel timeline twist-up where characters travel between spin-off shows. Now that episode is interesting because it manages to be so boring and dragged out, despite its plot being so high concept. For me at least, modern SpongeBob often manages to do both of these, dragging like crazy while having 5 billion things happening. And classic SpongeBob did the opposite. It had simple plots that were executed perfectly to get every possible joke out of them while maintaining perfect pacing. Let's look at some examples, starting with one of the most simple episodes of the show, Bubble Stand.
What a wonderful day.
Bubble Stand's entire plot can be summarized into one sentence. SpongeBob opens a bubble stand and teaches Patrick and Squidward how to blow bubbles. This is what happens in the episode, and the whole episode takes place on Conch Street.
Good morning to you, sir. Would you care to blow a bubble?
How much is it?
Only a quarter.
Sounds reasonable.
Bubble Stand, despite this extremely simple plot, has amazing pacing and timing, making the episode fly by while at the same time not feeling rushed whatsoever. Bubble Stand is so relaxing, there's not much going on, but what's going on is made really entertaining by the dialogue and the great jokes that come with them.
It's a giraffe!
The pacing is so great, since we go through a few different plot points that, while very simple, are all used to their full potential. There are multiple episodes, specifically in the first season, that also take place on Conch Street, or in another minimal location, and manages to do so much with so little. The paper is probably, might be the most simple episode of the show, and I'm saying that as a positive, simple in, if you look at the plot from above, just how do you describe what happens in the episode? It sounds really simple, down to earth. SpongeBob has fun with the paper and Squidward is jealous. That's what happens in the episode, but it's not simple. The writing is not simple, if that makes sense.
I never said anything like that.
Sure you did, Squidward. Look.
Take it, SpongeBob, take it, please. And promise me, no matter how much I may beg.
The episode takes place on Conch Street and has this minimalist plot that it uses very creatively to get great jokes off and to stay entertaining throughout its runtime.
A guy with a mustache. Look at me, I'm a guy with a mustache. A pirate with an eye patch. Arr, I'm a pirate. A regular guy with an eye patch. Arr, I am not a pirate.
Similarly, Naughty Nautical Neighbors take place on Conch Street and in the houses.
Squidward will be performing his version of Solitude in E minor.
Yeah, E minor, alright, yeah!
And the whole plot is just Squidward trying to split up SpongeBob and Patrick. The pacing is chill and the episode is fantastic.
And that makes you a big dummy, you dummy!
Yeah, well that means that, so are you.
And you're a turkey!
What's that?
It's what you are!
Then even if we aren't on Conch Street, we have something like pizza delivery that has SpongeBob and Squidward go deliver a pizza to a customer, and they make the most of it.
Rusty Cray, pizza is the pizza, yeah!
Almost this whole episode is just them out in nowhere, with no one else around, and they're just kind of talking to each other and walking. And it's incredibly chill. But the incredible writing makes it incredibly entertaining.
Well, how can it get any worse?
Well,
The writing is just great, and there's barely any other characters in any of these episodes, and most of them are just a couple of main characters interacting. Meanwhile, modern SpongeBob needs to throw in Nosferatu or Bubble Bass or some other old character into every episode to try and keep people's attention. We are just not getting episodes like this in the new seasons, and even when they do something like a stuck in one location plot, it suffers from terrible pacing. Something like Pinned in season 15 on the surface could be seen as similar, since almost the whole episode is just SpongeBob stuck in the workout room.
all hope is lost. I've tried everything and failed.
Now, season 15 and 16 have this really weird thing connected to the pacing, where everything in the show has slowed down from the previous seasons, because modern SpongeBob is known for its sugar rush, constant screaming, that type of thing, which is very present in I'd say season 12-13 is probably when it's at its worst. Just the brain rot is on a whole nother level. But season 15 and 16, the dialogue, the sound effects, the animation, everything just feels slower, and you might think that that's a positive, but it's actually not, in my opinion, as instead of the actual pacing and storytelling being written more chill, more calmly, relaxed, it just feels like the show is just put in slow motion. It feels like a season 12 episode that you're watching on like 0.75 speed or something, like it's slowed down. The pacing feels so off, making an episode like Pinned a dread to sit through. And on the other side, we have episodes like the one that Pinned is paired with, Very Gary, which legitimately feels like a Looney Tunes cartoon. I should specify, it feels like they're trying to make a Looney Tunes cartoon, and they're not succeeding. This episode is about SpongeBob taking Gary to the vet. And yeah, it's just a rip-off of Gary Takes a Bath, although that episode had really good pacing and really clever writing.
The tub! Get in the tub! Get in the tub! In the tub! In the tub!
Meanwhile, Very Gary is like waving a blinking thing in front of a baby. It's just stuff happening to fill out the runtime. And that's how I feel about a lot of the modern episodes. Key jangling with some terrible pacing. I miss when we could get the Conch Street episode with just a simple plot, and it would be so chill and at the same time so entertaining.